second. And the rest of the field is currently separated right now. Not any fights going on. It's only the top 3 fighting here into the bus stop. Now they're gonna separate a little bit. Oh, Cherry up the inside of Husky there. He takes the lead away from Husky. But Husky is gonna fight it back here. Or maybe not. Still pretty early in the race. Not the ideal time. Alright. The field there. Cherry is really breaking the slipstream here. Into turn 1. They're gonna keep it clean. Some cars taking the shorter line here on the corner. Michelle is in 4th with Thunder Mouse and Chiswick here. Not much going. Oh, someone is off. That was Yoshi, the 48. Massive off there. Hopefully he can recover. Saw it at the corner of my screen, but we keep it green. Husky looking up the inside here into turn 1. Is he going to make the move stick? Yes. No. Cherry with a switcheroo up into the lead again. And Husky and Retro are now gonna battle as they are very close to each other. Looking through the field. Not much going on right now. Seems like that crash really settled down the grid. Ooh. Cherry with a half a second lead over Husky. And that gap is increasing. So we'll see. Unless a caution comes out, Cherry might be the car to win here. Into turn 1 again. For the 4th time, Husky is looking to the inside of Cherry here, as Cherry might have made a mistake into turn 1. Cherry onto Husky's rear bumper here. Are moves gonna be made into the bus stop? Yes, they are. Cherry down the inside. Clears Husky and is up into the lead again. Down the mouse, down the inside of Retro. Goes wide, switcheroo. Retro takes the place back. Looks like Thunder Mouse got a little too optimistic about the move there. Hit the dirty side of the track. But now he's up on the clean side of the track and pushes Retro slightly. They're good. But Thunder Mouse is now up into 3rd. And we also have Saucy trying to gain the position. Oh! Saucy now takes 3rd from Thunder Mouse after some really interesting contact here. place back. He's going board here with Thunder Mouse right now. So into turn one, very technical braking zone of the. If you don't brake enough, you might just end up in the outside wall. Yes. So into the bus stop, also a very technical part of the track. Easy to get wrong, as Retro gives us an example of it. The curbs can really kill you here. And it seems like Saucy has clear road in front and on the back for now. No pressure. However, who's feeling pressure right now might be Retro actually. Let's see here if Thunder Mouse can do anything. And it seems like a car's into the pits. That's Yoshi, the 48, pitting early. I do not blame him at all. Very early in the race, caution come out, and he was also involved in a wreck, so not a bad idea. Thunder Mouse looking to move up the inside. Retro blocks him. I'm not sure if Thunder Mouse is gonna be very happy about that. Looking to the front of the field, not much going on currently. Just Retro and Thunder Mouse are battling right now. This is currently the only battle on track so far. Oh, Thunder Mouse on the outside of Retro here. Too optimistic here from Thunder Mouse. Retro is gonna have the better grip, but Thunder Mouse is gonna have the better exit on the outside, and Thunder Mouse clears Retro. Let's see. Thunder Mouse going wide. Retro clears him again. Retro up into fourth. pit cycle. Let's see here. Oh, battle for sixth. It seems like Michelle wanted to go into the pits, but the 32 was having none of it. Oh, there we go. Up the inside, Michelle will take fifth place for now. Not guaranteed she's gonna keep the place, but she has to defend now. Oh, the 32 up the inside passes them on the exit. Michelle looking to take that place back. Let's see here. Altada Mouse is now back with Retro here. Now we have two battles on track, and it seems Michelle has made a mistake. She's gonna lose time here. Let's see, Thunder Mouse. 2/10 of a second. Oh, Retro is in the wall. He's able to keep it going, but he lost a lot of time compared to Thunder Mouse. Thunder Mouse takes third place away, and Michelle pits, confirming that the pit cycle is now. Not for Yoshi though, because as he has pitted early, should be able to go some extra laps on. And oh, Husky has taken the lead away from Jerry. Guess I was just too focused on the mid pack and forgot about the leaders. But it seems like Sherry has lost a lot of pace here. Thundermouse is catching up to him hard. And Husky dominating now with a 5-second lead. And there we go, Cherry into the pits. If I'm not wrong, the top 3 have not pitted yet. They are yet to pit. And from the mid pack, disregarding Cherry for now, the 32 hasn't pit. So yes, the top 4 have not pitted yet. They are yet to pit. The rest have all went into the pit lane already. And it seems like Yoshi has taken 8th place away from Michelle. Not 7th, sorry. Very nice looking car from Yoshi there. Oh, Michelle is into the wall. She's around.
So it's a wreck after turn one. It's a wreck after turn one. Keep it green.
She's gonna be able to keep it going, but that's gonna cost her a lot of
Sorry.
time.
Good time.
And it no,
Understand the track.
seems like she's retired. Nope. Oh yeah, no. So yes, she is retiring. We have our first retirement of the day. Michelle didn't want to keep going after that crash. So, oh yes, we have Thunder Mouse and Retro in the pits now. They are exiting the pit lane. They're gonna come out in 5th and 6th respectively. lap of the race so far. Fresh tires. This man is flying. Fastest car on track right currently. I no longer know who has pitted and who has not besides Husky. He has definitely not pitted yet with that lead. And he is doing it now. Let's see where he's gonna come out.
Husky might be able to go for like one stop.
Saucy is coming out of the final turn right now.
Really?
Husky is coming out of the pits. It is gonna be very tight out of the pit exit. Husky coming out of the pits. Saucy will keep the first place. But Husky is gonna have the fresh tires, which are currently cold. So he has to be very careful with them. Cherry. Cherry here might be under pressure from the 32. He has passed the 32, but the 32 now has slipstream. Yes, so the 32 is keeping up considerably, but not enough. Cherry is the
This race
fastest
is
man on track right now.
not super entertaining, but it is really cool. That was cool. As long as there's cleans,
So
I'd rather a clean in the morning than
Yoshi pits.
wrecked messy in the
Seems like seems like Yoshi's pace is was just not enough for the undercut attempts. Oh, Husky might be from under pressure from fastest car on track versus the previous leader up the inside. Cherry, oh, he's loose. Husky takes second place or keeps it. Cherry now gonna have to slipstream down the back stretch. Let's go on board here with Cherry for this. Not enough to make a move here into the bus stop, but definitely enough to make a move
how is he
in a few
second?
corners.
I don't know. Alright, second.
And this is also very good news for Chelsea, as the two cars behind him are fighting, so they're gonna lose time.
Really good, Michelle. Thank you for your race to make us late.
So there might be another battle forming on track here. Fourth versus fifth. If be, especially into the bus stop. Cherry is looking to take the lead away though. He's on the outside here, coming to the final turn. Now he's gonna have the inside. Great positioning from Cherry, and he takes the lead away from Saucy. Husky seems to also want Saucy's place as he eased up the inside here. Let's see. Ooh, very late braking from Husky. But he takes the place away safely. Saucy though is still on his rear bumper. Looking to pass the 19. Yep. Up the inside. Saucy. Nope. Backs out. Oh! Cherry's off. The leader is off.
Stay green.
We stayed green, but that was a massive off here from Cherry. And it is also going to be very devastating as he was in the lead by almost a full second. Massive disappointment from Cherry here. Saucy spitting. That's gonna give Cherry second place.
I just got pages in the blue right for some reason.
Nearly everyone is gonna get in a
Got page all
place.
blue for some reason.
Below sixth will not get a place. But everyone besides the 32 and the 48 have gained a place. As it seems like the pit cycle is still on. Not sure if anyone is gonna have to pit. All I know is that Husky might be on to a one stop here. And this also gives us an example here. You can't just be the fastest, you have to be consistent. And that's what Husky is showing us here. No mistakes so far from Husky, besides some late braking, but that isn't really considered a mistake. Cherry's sliding into turn one, really wanting that lead back. As we look through the field, seems like everyone is really separated here. And this is the beauty of road courses, where skill separates everyone. Well, as it seems
Yeah,
like,
didn't think I got good without any penalties this race.
seems like as it seems like everyone has calmed down for now. Let's look through paint schemes. So in first place here we got Husky with the ATET Dodge. Very cool looking car. Also seems like he has edited it a bit to his likings. Overall, a very nice car. I like the colors. I also like the way
Husky
the
wins
front
this race.
place here from Thundermouse here. And this not gonna be enough. Maybe he backed out. Not sure. Let's see. We've talked about the beauty of road courses, but now the bad side is that if you catch up to a lapped car, since the skill is really, you know, divided into pieces, lapped cars can be a big problem here. And as I say that, Retro and Thundermouse are battling hard for third place here. Retro keeps third place for now, but Thundermouse is gonna have the slipstream down the back third place from Thunder Mouse after a massive mistake. And Retro is also gonna take a place from Thunder Mouse. Thunder Mouse not happy as he lost a lot of time there. But now he's gonna have to deal with Retro as Retro is down his inside. Clears Thunder Mouse. Massive heartbreak there for Thunder Mouse. Let's see if he can make anything here. Yep, he's desperate. Oh, he's going to the pits. Thunder Mouse is into the pits.
Saucy's catching.
What is Thunder Mouse cooking?
Saucy's catching for second.
What is Thunder Mouse cooking?
Saucy's gonna overtake Thunder Mouse. Retro, you
Oh,
better, or Retro, you
so
better get on this. Saucy's catching lightning, and Yaki's passing Thunder Mouse for fifth.
yep. Thunder Mouse has been passed
Yeah, no, he hears me
by the
passing.
32.
They can't hear me.
Saucy is also catching up to Cherry here.
Good finish.
The gap is
First,
going
second
down.
and third.
The gap is dwindling. Half a second separates second and third. Now a tenth. As Saucy is already looking to make a move into the last turn. Switcheroo. Maybe. Not enough. Final lap here. Husky Husky with a confident 20-second lead, but we'll leave that aside for now as there's a battle for second place. Cherry gonna have the slipstream here. Is it gonna be enough?
He's one pit stop. He saved his tires.
Is Saucy going to have second place or is it Cherry that is gonna take second place away? Cherry very shaky through the bus stop there. It might not be enough. Cherry is wide. Oh, he's flying! He flew. Don't know what that was about, but he was flying there for a second. Husky wins Group 4. Saucy here is gonna take second place. Beautifully executed race for Saucy. And Cherry is gonna take third with a fastest lap.
Horn.
Retro here is gonna take fourth.
Horn.
Decent fourth here for Retro. And then Thunder Mouse is gonna take fifth as he fell down the order, but still a good result.
Alright, Rempe, just keep the
There you
leaderboard up
go.
whenever the race ends. And
Then we have the 32 coasting over the line. That is gonna be fifth. No, I think that would actually be sixth. Yeah, someone left the race for some reason, but all right. So here are the results here for Group 4. Husky here wins Group 4 at Wankisglen with a nearly 20-second lead over Saucy, with Saucy getting second place.
just keep the
Retro.
leaderboard up, Rampage. Rampage, just keep the leaderboard up.
Okay.
Lightning, Cherry, you left, and I put you at 7th. Did you leave? Or
So
did you leave before you crossed the finish line?
seems like Cherry there. I don't know what happened,
I
but
put you in 7th. I don't know why.
but Cherry is actually third here. Do not mind that.
Okay, yeah, yeah, no, okay, no, hold on.
third. And then fourth is Retro, 50 Thunder Mouse. Sixth is Haruki. Seventh is Yoshi, and eighth is Michelle with a DNF. Ladies and gentlemen, this was Group 4, Round 2, PCG Cup. Very good race. And I'll see
My head hurts. Yep. Here we go. You can hear me, Husky?
Yep, I can hear you.
Warn me if I sound laggy. Just do that.
Okay, I doubt that'll be a problem.
Here we go. Oh, the next race of round 2. Svexy in the lead, T-Bone second, Rampage third, Car Freak fourth, Big D fifth, Rob sixth, and Joshy Gunnin seventh. Lights out and away we go here at Watkins Glen, and everybody's already going. First turn, 3 wide in the middle between second and fourth. Car Freak on the inside,
What a move by
on the
Rampage.
outside. Through turn 1, Rampage is gonna second that battle. The rest of the field behind them are just, oh damn it.
Oh, pick up where we left off. Never mind. Maybe. Well, in the interim, Svexy leads them into the bus stop. Rampage not too far behind him. T-Bone, Car Freak, and Big D round it all out with Rob in the back. Whoa, what happened there?
Chicane, we have contact. A car is loose. Another car is also loose. Big D is around, and Rob is around. Official is saying to keep it green, apparently. Was not severe of an incident, but that's not good for Big D and Rob.
Well, the good news for them is that there's only 7 drivers. Top 7 make it, so this is just a battle for position for the next race at Route X.
For the next round, yeah. Not good for position-wise, but good because everybody still makes it. Rampage and T-Bone are going to be battling for second now, as Rampage is riding the bumper Svexy, and now he's going to make it somewhat 3 wide side by side for the number 1. Rampage will take it away from Svexy. T-Bone third, and Rampage gets loose. The battle continues. Svexy on the inside, on the outside. Svexy will get the lead back, and Rampage right behind him.
All single file heading into the bus stop again. The key to winning this...
Side by side forming, though.
You see, the key to winning this race is to know exactly, to find that fine line between pushing and conserving your tires. If you can make this into a one-stop race, you will be golden. But that is easier said than done.
Yep, it's a very hard task to go a one-stop in this race. You gotta make it perfect here, saving your tires around a track like this, especially with the new physics, which take a toll on your tires, I've noticed.
I do agree with that. Based on our previous experience, I don't know how well it went for you, but... Well, okay, yes I do, we were both there. You did not have a good time with your tires in the previous race.
Svexy with a fastest lap. It's not necessary though, but T-Bone's right behind him. Rampage and Car Freak, that is, also behind him as a move is being made there. Svexy gets a little bit loose. T-Bone will take the lead away. And I believe T-Bone was the race winner in Group 3 at Daytona.
He was, and for people who forget, he had bumper damage for the majority of that race and led the most laps and won the race.
Oh, speaking of damage, almost gets it. Svexy hits him hard there, bumping down the chicane. Yep, the entire field is pretty much single file. Some cars getting loose off the exit of the chicane. As Svexy loses a ton of time, T-Bone's gonna try and focus on his speed here. Rampage and Car Freak are the only cars that are sort of bumper to bumper right now at the moment.
And based on what I see, I wouldn't be surprised if Car Freak and Rampage are currently trying to conserve their tires just a little bit. They're doing just enough.
T-Bone looks like he gets a bad exit there.
Ooh, T-Bone!
Speaking
loose.
of getting loose, ooh.
Rampage looking to take advantage of that mistake, and I think he might have just hit the wall.
Doesn't look like it though, as he's still with T-Bone, side by side for second. T-Bone is trying to fight for his life right now at the moment. He's got 2 cars behind him who are hungry for a lead change.
To the
as
outside.
we enter chicane.
Rampage was looking for the inside into the outside before falling back in line. Rampage has the speed. He looks like he's going to make the move here.
No, but it's not enough. You can see the car barely hit the grass off the exit. He won't gain off of this straightaway. The corner exits in this are necessary for racing here. If you get a corner exit well, you're definitely getting these straightaways will let you.
100%, especially in terms like the final turn.
Whoa, both cars, second and third, get loose a little bit off the exit. Svexy's gonna take advantage, side by side for second now. Coming into turn number 1, T-Bone's gap is increasing as Svexy on the inside of Rampage will be there and second away.
Currently T-Bone with the fastest lap at 114.772.
He's doing a good job. I mean, these drivers are overconfident here fighting for second. If they want to win, get as best position as possible, they got to focus, work together, and gain on that leader.
While also making sure they conserve those tires. Because if you have to make a two-stop, if it stays green, you need to make it two-stop, your race is done. You're going to lose valuable position in the pits.
Field starting to break apart a little bit. The gap is now around 2 seconds between T-Bone and Svexy. A little bit of contact between the 58 and the 14. Carf's gonna try and make a move here on Rampage on the inside. Side by for Rampage breaks early, and it looks like Car Freak will get third off of turn number 1.
I missed that. Whoops.
No.
Big D in the pits.
Big D looking for early strategy here, trying to last as much with these new tires.
T-Bone is just pulling away as he sets a new fastest lap of 114.345.
The lap of driver, I believe that's Rob.
No, it doesn't look like anybody's about to be lapped. Closest driver would be Big D, and he's just exiting the pits. Rob's in the bus stop.
Where? I was at Svek's point of view, and I thought I was at T-Bone's. Yup. Pack's completely separated now. Everybody is within a car length, multiplied into a second. These drivers are mostly focused on the driving. I'm hearing the radio and I don't hear anything. All I hear is...
You gotta wonder though, who's focused on... You also gotta wonder though, who's focused on conserving those tires and who's focused on just pulling away. As they head into the bus stop.
Spoil on who's having the best tires here looks very interesting. And that leader's just flying. 3
seconds ahead. But that gap is starting to close a little bit, but I doubt that's going to be permanent.
Yeah, Svexi's got to hit some perfect lap. They're hitting 114s in this track. They are doing faster than last group, which could barely hit 114.
I mean, the fastest lap in last group was like, I think, at 114.5 or 0.7. So Rampage is in the pits.
Early strategy on the 58.
Just so everyone's aware, fuel is not a problem in this race. Every driver has more than enough.
Definitely.
But that
Well,
move
we've
sets...
already had back-to-back driver, which was Husky. T-Bone looks like he can do it again.
But that is a little too early to call.
It is too early to call.
But that move sent...
It looks like he's losing speed. That went down half a second.
If my guess is, he probably pushed those tires just a little bit too hard. But fortunately, on this track, I don't know if it's because of the new tire physics or not. Once the tire wear hits that certain spot, the car really falls off. And as you experienced firsthand last race, it became impossible to turn. It was like trying to turn a brick.
If you're on the wheel, you definitely gotta turn that all the way to the right and all the way to the left to turn. Don't matter what you're on, you gotta hold it.
Near 5-second gap between third and fourth, and a near 15-second gap between fourth and fifth. Car Freak might have just gotten to the wall.
Right, may have hit the wall. Car Freak possibly. Barely caught it on the map of the race.
Focus on.
I believe he did, as he's losing a ton of speed on Select.
If he hit the wall, he might have given himself damage. We'll have to wait and see.
He doesn't. Must have been a light gap, but main thing here is that he lost a ton of speed. That gap's now going to be 2 seconds. As everybody separated, do you want to go over paint schemes?
Sure, why not? To start off, we'll start off with
first place. We got T-Bone
in the number 10 iRacing car. I personally
very well designed. I love it.
It is well designed. I like how the blue stripe intersects between the red right there. Looks very well done.
Got to finish it off with white wheels. Makes it even better. I'd give it a solid 8.
I give it an 8 too. Next is Svexy in the number 16 Celsius car.
I love it.
I will say it's super basic.
But it's good.
It's basic, but it's good, and I especially like how the side number interacts with the orange the way it does with that white outline.
It's great. And I love the realistic can. I'd give it 7 for me personally.
7.5.
Next up, Car Freak.
Him at number 14, Trump car. Personally, I'm not big on politics, but this does look pretty neat. This is pretty clean.
Look good.
As Car Freak heads into the pits.
Number. Speaking of Car Freak, he's gonna enter the pit road. It's a chrome number for me, and I'm gonna give it a solid 8. Tied with T-Bone for me.
I'm actually gonna give it a 9. I like the chrome. Chrome makes it stand out. Now we have Joshy in the number 3 Oreo Ritz car. What you say?
Good car. Good car.
I like the blue chrome on it. Can't get the camera angle right. There we go. I like the blue chrome on it. It makes it stand out just a bit more.
Very nice chrome. Very nice. It like mixes into a light blue, and it's very nice. So I'm gonna give it a. I think this might be my favorite. 9.
I especially like how the white at the bottom kind of represents like milk, like you're dunking an Oreo cookie into milk. I'm gonna give this one a 9 as well. You can make your argument for a number 10.
Rob in the pits, as we'll look at Rampage's paint scheme.
Number 58 Dodge
Prefer
Charger.
your car.
What?
A Haas car. I mean, it's a car. And it's a Haas car. So, Haas car. 7.
I do like how the red and white complement each other, especially in the front. I'll give this one an 8.
Alright.
Next up
We got
is
2 more, Rob.
in the 49 Kodiak car. I like how the American flag is on the car like that. It's not too big where it spills over to the edges, but it's not too small where it's not noticeable, if that makes sense. I especially love the Logitech on the back as well. What about you?
Yeah, I like the scheme. The only problem I have is that it looks a little bit stretched on the decals, but besides that, it's a good overall scheme to drive.
How many man-hours went into this? Probably a couple, but it's still a pretty good scheme nonetheless. I give it a 7.
Give it a 7.
And
Last but not least, Big D.
in the 28 Snap-on Pennzoil. I like how the blue and black complement each other as well. They fade in, and the fade in looks the merge looks clean. And the 28,
I like the
28 also stands out in a good way too.
definitely does. I mean, I like the it's not really chrome, but it still looks like chrome, kind of. So I like it.
Stands out. I would also give it I'd also give it a 7.5 as well. Who would you say has the best?
Wallace, Joshies.
I couldn't agree more. And second place would go to Car Freak.
Who gets the bronze medal?
It's probably it's the tie between Rampage and Svexy. Both simplistic
What
looking.
about T-Bone? Speaking of T-Bone, that guy.
Oh yeah.
Him and Vexy. It's now on. Whoa, he was airborne for a moment, and that's gonna affect him if he hit the moon. We're gonna see a battle for the lead coming soon. He's drivers pit.
Enough dicking around with the camera. I'd actually get the bronze medal to T-Bone. For some reason, I forgot about him. As T-Bone and Svexy make contact.
Spexy will take the lead away. New race leader, T-Bone, starting to lose grip in the tires. You can tell he's taking forever to get around these turns. Svexy just getting around with ease.
I do want to apologize for everybody watching. If the camera angles were bad, that is on me.
Well, we have a new driver in pit road, Joshi, around the halfway part of this race.
Well, Josh is looking like he's trying to make it a one-stopper. If he plays his cards right, he would definitely be able to do it.
Car freaking Rampage will be able to pass Josh out of pit road, so Joshy drops down to 5th.
But how long would that last?
That is decreasing between T-Bone and Svexy. I don't think T-Bone can do it anymore.
His car, he looks like he is fighting the car. He lost that. He was slow exiting out of that turn. He is fighting that car. That car is begging for it pit stop, but I don't know if he's going to be able to bring it around for one more lap.
Definitely. He might have to pit here. Let's see if he does. We are at well, just that he should do it, and
He is.
He will go in.
It just became evident that he was not able to fight that car anymore.
As Car Freak Rampage, the two cars here in the field that are closest to each other are gonna gain definitely on T-Bone as he's in pit road. Good close battle here. He gets out, but not in time. Car Freak will take second away. Rampage will take third from T-Bone as well.
But T-Bone has the fresher tires, so
It's gonna play a part. Yeah.
I don't think
we'll get ready.
Car Freak and Rampage have pitted, but they are still on older tires.
Yeah, I believe everybody has pit. It's just some are on older tires, some aren't.
Sexy has not pitted. At least I don't think he has.
Yeah, I don't think he has.
But he looks like he's in control
I
of the
remember
car.
The 16 in.
He looks like he's going for another lap.
Doing a great job with the car.
Look, Car Freak.
Gap between second is 2 seconds. Gap between third is about 1.5 seconds.
The gap between fourth and fifth is over 9.5.
It's not even talkable. They are gone.
That gap between
and it looks
Car
like
Freak
Rampage, bad exit. Here comes T-Bone. T-Bone is gonna gain on him. Down turn 1, Rampage trying to use as much as the tires as he can. I mean, as much speed as possible. With that car, T-Bone's got the fresher tires.
With him pitting so early, he's going to need a second stop, so he's going to have to hope for a caution. But with how spread out this field is, I doubt he's getting one.
Very unlikely. The only caution that we came close to, wasn't one, was the contact between Rob and Big D in the chicane.
On lap 1.
Lap 1. And we had no caution. T-Bone's on the bumper of Rampage. He's eager to pass him. And here he goes down the turn. Rampage can't control that car. T-Bone will pass him and get that 3rd place.
I suck at this. I missed that too.
You're like Fox.
Yep, call me the Fox cameraman. I think this will be the only time I'm doing this.
I should tell you on YouTube. PlayStation, if you ever hear this, which I doubt it.
Vexy didn't pit. He's still going. Vexy stayed out. And Rampage is in the pits.
And here's someone who's going in. Rampage is in. Calling it quits after T-Bone passed him. Should have enough speed to pass Rampage as well, but as Rampage probably will, you know, gain on Joshy for new tires.
But I will keep an eye on the car Freak, because he is slowly but surely closing that gap. It's now down to 18.6 seconds.
Gap was not this severe last race on the leader in second.
Until the final few laps.
Yeah, some little contact there. I wasn't able to see it, but yeah. Point is, this is just domination on Svexy's part. Very good tire management on his part as well.
But he's going to need the pit here. And he is.
Well, I guess I can spoil it. I mean, the tires aren't fully in the red. He still had a couple laps to keep going.
But it seemed like
I guess it's early strategy, and I think he can go and still have this lead 18 seconds.
Maybe. It's gonna be close. The only advantage he does have is that he's gonna have fresher tires, so he'll be able to definitely keep up. But he's definitely put himself into a very valuable position right there. The fact that he was able to make those tires last 18 seconds as Car Freak takes the lead, not 18 seconds, 18 laps, pardon me. The fact he was able to make those last for that long, he doesn't have to conserve as much now.
Well, Pit Road did a great job with Vexy's car. He's now near 3rd place and definitely will gain on T-Bone in a few laps. It's just destined to happen at this point. The question is, can Car Freak hold the lead?
Can he do it while also conserving as well? Because he's probably going to have to pit again. If Rampage hit the pit, there's a chance Car Freak might have to pit again too, since they pitted around the same time, within like a lap or two of each other.
Garp. T-Bone has the fastest lap. Thing is, not the precious tires. Wait a minute. Could be gaining on Car Freak here. Off the final turn.
Oh, yes,
he
did. He did, and then some. Over a 0.3 of a second just in that corner alone. And he's in the draft.
And a fastest lap, too. How about that?
Almost a 1:13.
Very hard to achieve. He wants the lead here. Car Freak's trying to save his car. He clearly is on the weaker tires here. Down the S's here, the Glen. T-Bone is gaining. only a matter, maybe even in the chicane.
I don't think the chicane, but I definitely think T-Bone
The
might take
next
the
turn
lead.
after that for sure.
T-Bone's probably gonna have the lead by the end
Fastest
of this
sector.
lap. Here he comes.
Major gain on Carver. The turn, the carousel. He's gonna be on the inside of Carver. Big D pits in the meantime, but T-Bone is now your new race leader here in round 2. And he is somewhat gaining, watching the chaos unfold in front of him. But
And
T-Bone's
T-Bone
your new race leader.
T-Bone is kind of pulling away. With a smooth exit. He is pulling away. Leaving Car Freak.
Wow, he hit a 113.
Wow. He is leaving Car Freak and Svexy to their own devices.
He sees that Car Freak's in front of Svexy. He's just hoping that he'll delay Svexy's gain on him. Down the S's, yeah, Svexy is flying, but here's the thing though.
T-Bone is
fast
also
lap.
T-Bone is also flying. You gotta wonder though.
Here we go, a move inside of Car Freak. We'll get him with ease, and now his mission is just T-Bone for the race win here. Svexy won at Daytona, same with T-Bone. Svexy fucking piece of shit.
Not very
Svexy
professional of
gaining.
you. Not very professional of you, eh? You want right up from the bosses above?
Wow. Wow. He's gaining on him now.
Yeah, Svexy is closing that gap.
Make a bet on Svexy. If he wins this, I will no longer complain about the Daytona race.
And Car Freak is
Motivation.
pitting.
Car Freak's in.
Svexy's using those fresher tires to his advantage. Svexy is a little loose in turn 1, but is able to keep it as they're coming up on lap car. Not a lap car, but definitely traffic cars that are about to be a lap down.
Joshua will pass Car Freak and Rampage, I'm not sure of. Wait a minute, Rampage has damage.
He does? He might have hit the wall.
He must have hit the wall as he almost does here. Yeah, that car is not looking good, and damage is permanent here, so he's gonna have to pit and fix that if he wants to at least try and get more of better positions here at the Glen. Not good on his end. He must have gotten loose somewhere.
My guess is it's probably the final turn. That's usually where most people hit it. It's either a final turn or the first turn is where most damages on this race come from. Giving the gas a little too early, and you end up hitting the wall.
Yep.
But the gap between
T-Bone and Svexy.
That gap is almost a second.
It's almost a second. They've all had similar times of when they pit. Just one is pit slightly early. And speaking of early, we have a lap car in front of them. I think that's Big D.
It is. Also, Svexy said a 113.9 for lap number 20, so he is definitely proving that he can keep up with T-Bone. Using those fresh tires to his advantage.
D could play a factor here. T-Bone gets around him safely. Svexy with a fastest sector. Yeah, he's gaining on T-Bone a lot. Down to chicane.
Big D moves
Big
aside.
D moves out the way. And you can see that gap is increased for it says he had to maneuver around the Big D.
Yeah.
Gap now to 2nd and 6th. We could see a final lap battle now with that.
That is a potential, but I'm not entirely sure. But as I was going to say, tires might be a problem. T-Bone is ahead of his time out of the 2nd sector, heading into the final turn.
Tires are a problem. He's managing them for sure. Even
Making
though
it
they're
work.
probably going down. He's making it work. It doesn't matter.
Lost a bit of time, but was not even like 2/10 off his fastest lap there. As he slides it into
Apparently,
one.
did something wrong there, passing Big D. He's now got a 3-second gap to work with. This is not good for Skeen.
No, it is not. Because right now, everyone else is still fighting for position. Svexy and Tebow are pretty much fighting for that trophy. But right now, T-Bone is smooth sailing as that gap is still increasing.
Whoa, Svexy gets a little... That's the grass on my angle.
Yeah, you did. Going on board with the 16. So tries to catch the 10.
Pressure is definitely being given by the 16. Trying to get his second win. T-Bone's also trying to get his second win. Joshy's trying to get his first, but it's kind of out of the question if he will win, as that gap is 18 seconds for him and the leader.
The gap is now 4 seconds between second and first. As we hit 7 laps to go.
Yeah. 7.
Now we'll go on board with the number 10.
Well, the Glen has produced some interesting race. Trying, race here with tire management as a car almost hits the wall. I think that's Car Freak. Besides that, he has no damage. Yeah, this track has been really hard on and after pit, like 10, 15 laps later, these tires just die.
And I think
so
I think
what the
T-Bone
Gran
is.
Turismo 7 update did.
I think T-Bone's finally starting to show that his tires are becoming a bit uncontrollable because he went way wide out of that turn.
Is Svexy gaining?
Yes. He just gained. He gained
on.
half a second right there. T-Bone's gonna stay out, but Svexy is gaining on him.
To focus on his driving. Of course, you gotta want to race for the win, but you also gotta think the next round in preparation. How are you gonna want to get as best position as possible in the start of that race in 2 weeks, I believe. Don't think it's next week.
At Route X, I mean, position does matter, but in the grand scheme of things, it also really doesn't necessarily. So it's just one of those.
The field goes into a sort of one line, which I believe it will.
I mean, it all depends on how frisky people are feeling on race day. You're either going to get the race where nobody makes any moves, or you get the race where everybody's making moves. Like usually within like the first the first straightaway before turns 1 and 2, everyone is usually jockeying for position before everybody falls in line. It's usually a conga line pretty much to the finish until like the last turn.
Yep.
That gap between
everybody is spread out besides T-Bone and Svexy, which is still pretty spread out. Crossing the line, 5 laps remaining here at the Glen.
Svexy's gained a little bit, but he didn't gain as much as he did on that final sector in the last lap. He makes up a lot of time there, but he also goes real wide and loses some time as well. It's going to be interesting to see how this plans out, because Svexy has fresher tires, but T-Bone's making his tires work. That car is cooperating with him, and I don't think he could be more happier with how the car's handling right now, given the circumstances.
Looking throughout the entire field, there's somewhat of a battle for third here between Car Freak and Joshy. I mean, it's still a ton of gap to work with here. Car Freak looks like he has the better tires and is gaining very rapidly on Joshy. Let's see if these final 5 laps can Joshy in a point where he can, still have that third place. I mean, we're seeing 2 battles currently at the moment with decreasing gaps.
Gap is now under 2.5 between Joshy and Car Freak. As they head into the final turn of the final 2 turns of the track in Sector 30. As the gap is dwindling down to 2 seconds.
It's my line. That's my line. Svexi's around pandemonium, stuck between a 3.5 and 3.6 gap. T-Bone is just working very well with those tires. Meanwhile, of gaps, Car Freak is now 1.7, 1.6. He's gaining on him on the straights.
He is gaining. Look at Josh, you hold him off.
Josh has got to do everything to hold him off here.
The bad news is, though, is that there's still 4 laps to go. Right now, some of these drivers are wishing it was the last lap so they can keep their position, but unfortunately, that's not the case. There are 4 laps to go.
A little bit of controversy before this race weekend between Josh and Car Freak. I won't state what the controversy is, but I'll say one thing, is that these two drivers are eager to pass each other and have third.
The gap
for sure. Not just for positions, just for knowing who's better, maybe.
The gap between T-Bone and Svexy is now over 4 seconds again.
Here comes Car Freak, bumper to bumper on the outside of Joshy, coming into the turn.
Car Freak's got him.
Will have the better speed, and I believe he will get him. Nope, he breaks early.
Side by
side contact is made. He still has third place, but Car Freak will have the inside, and it still doesn't matter. Side by side, one car clearly has tires, one car has betters. As we got 3 laps to go in between third and fourth. You turn 1 now. Car Freak in front of Joshy, but
Joshy takes it
looks
back.
like he's a bad turn, and it looks like Car Freak hit the wall. Joshy's gonna have a better exit, and that gap is gonna increase. Joshy lives to fight on another day, but his tires are saying, I can't do this no more. Meanwhile, Car Freak's just trying to pass through the 3. The 3 does not want him passing him at all.
The gap between Svexy and T-Bone is now over 5 seconds.
T-Bone's got this in the bag if he controls this car well. Meanwhile, the battle for third. Position, position, position. Joshy looks like he breaks here off the carousel, entering the little straightaway. Car Freak on the inside. Joshy on the inside now. Whoa! Contact made between the two.
I'm still getting fired for this.
Get on the battle for third. No!
They're still beating and banging!
Both cars beating and banging. Car Freak, I think, was in the grass. Both cars probably entering the straightaway. Car Freak has a better exit, and it looks like Joshy scrapes the wall. And that would be it. Car Freak passes Joshy there on a little mistake there, hitting the wall with 2 laps remaining between these two drivers. What a battle there. Definitely the most contact we've seen throughout both races here.
Especially
the gap between T-Bone is 6.
I think all that stemmed from the little beat that they've been having.
Yep, maybe this settles it, or maybe not. I'm not gonna say it does. Meanwhile, the gap between T-Bone and Svexy, 6.2. He's just doing a really good job with those old tires.
A fantastic work. Heading on to the final lap for T-Bone. A 7-second gap.
1 lap to go here for T-Bone. Svexy finally crosses the line. That's just showing how well he's handled the car here at the Glen. The tricky rip-off triangle. I don't know what joke I was going for, but there you go. T-Bone, 7.4. It's just not even close.
I think T-Bone was making use of keeping the car under control and conserving those tires, and Svexy was trying just a tad bit too hard to push, and he pushed too much, and he threw the tire conservation out the window, and those tires have to be shredded.
Down the carousel for the final time here. Yep, the only chance Svexy has is a tire blow, which is very rare right now. 8 seconds, 8.2. It's not enough. Looking throughout the field, everybody, it's pretty much
Svexy
spread out.
goes
I think
wide,
these
but it
positions
does
are
not
final
matter.
right at the moment.
Heading into the final turn for the final time with a 9-second gap.
9-second gap. I mean, he's dominated throughout this race.
Just
dominating
like
with a broken car at Daytona. How about dominating at the Glen? Back-to-back race winner, T-Bone. alongside with Husky, as he's also made history here.
There has been no
tournament.
There have only been 3 unique winners through 5 races. As Svexy crosses the line in second at a 10.5 gap, Car Freak 17 seconds behind there as he heads to the line. Crossing the line officially 16.2 seconds behind Svexy. Joshy coming in at over 11 seconds.
These positions are definitely finalized. Yeah, F1 race energy for sure. These positions are definitely finalized as he crashes it.
12 seconds. Rampage 15 seconds behind as he enters the final, as he exits the final turn. My apologies. 15.5 seconds behind as he puts it in the wall as well. Is there oil on the track?
Yes, probably.
And here comes Rob, over 15 seconds behind Rampage as well.
Rob ending the race here at 6. These are your standings for race number 2 here in round 2.
Penalties pending, but I doubt there will be any.
All these drivers, reminder fans, do qualify for next week as it's top 7 move on. We will see this group of top 7 go and race in Red X with the group we saw earlier in race 1 of round 2.
Definitely not the race some drivers wanted, but in the end, doesn't really matter because, as you said, they all qualified.
Yep. T-Bone and Husky will have best position start for next race week at Round X. Brilliant driving throughout the entire field. We haven't had a single caution. We've pretty much had just major contact throughout some parts of the field. But besides that, these races have been pretty normal, pretty chill.
Only one caution the entire out of every race. Only one caution. That was Group 3 at Daytona.
Yeah, throughout the entire tournament, we've actually had only one caution. So yeah, has taught these drivers how to drive. I think it's work until Round X. There's a lot of 16 car pile up.
Yep.
Besides that, that will do it for round 2. Group 5 of the Glen X race weekend will be Round X, or anything can happen. Yeah, I think that's it.
The track has been predictably unpredictable.
Congratulations to Husky and T-Bone, back-to-back winners. Hopefully we can see a new winner at Round X, but for now, congratulations. 2 bigger trophies to have in your cabinet.
I gotta find a place to put mine.
Just put it on top of your bullet, like right behind you.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But with that, I think that concludes our stream.
Yarp. I mean, don't kill the stream yet, but that's it for the race. We still got loser week.
Yeah.
Well, that was great.
Emphasis on great.
Mid. This was mid.
Maybe. You want to put the thing on pause?
You can pause it.
Well, hang on, I'm gonna try and mute microphones for the thing. Can I even do that?
Oh.